Greetings to you all. Thank you for gracing us with your presence here at the Female Students Network Trust. Our vision is a non-discriminatory and gender-sensitive haven for female students in the tertiary education sector. Our mission is to advocate for a conducive learning environment for female students in the tertiary education sector through various participatory processes that enhance lobbying and advocacy capacities. For more information, please visit our website on www.femalestudentnetwork.org or email us on femalestudent2011@gmail.com. We are located at number 26 Nigel Phillip Road, Eastleigh in Harare. The Female Student Network has been doing a lot of work around Zimbabwe in promoting the rights of female students in tertiary education institutions and, most importantly, advancing girls and women's education. Please sit back and relax and allow us to briefly walk you through our journey this far.
The Female Students Network Trust is an organization that works with female students in tertiary institutions. Its mission is to advocate for a conducive learning environment through students' activism for the enhancement of lobbying and advocacy capacities of female students in tertiary education institutions. The organization was established in 2005 as a loose network with students from the University of Zimbabwe. After wide consultations with female students in tertiary education institutions and various other stakeholders, it became a fully fledged organization in 2010 as a platform where female students in tertiary education institutions interact and share experiences on the challenges they face in their day-to-day lives. The Female Students Network Trust is a membership-based organization that works with 36 institutions in the 10 provinces of Zimbabwe. The Trust's programming revolves around policy advocacy, women's participation in leadership of student representative councils, women's and human rights, as well as psychosocial support. The Trust was registered in 2010 with the Zimbabwe Youth Council under the Youth Council Act and later registered as a trust in November 2013. The Female Students Network Trust concept was born out of its current director's personal experiences as a female student activist, advocating for academic freedoms for students within tertiary education institutions. Being the only female student leader at the time, she observed that there were gendered barriers to female students' participation and involvement in decision-making processes within tertiary education institutions and the wider society. This experience inspired her to initiate the Female Students Network, and her dream was to see the voices of female students in tertiary education institutions being amplified and their concerns addressed. Exclusion of female students from leadership meant that their voice was not heard, their needs were not addressed, their aspirations, in particular, were not given space to flourish, and those who dared to participate were labeled and subjected to various forms of abuse. At the time the Female Students Network Trust was incepted in 2005, there was a difficulty in nurturing the idea due to resistance from male students who always wanted to suppress the voice of a woman in tertiary education institutions. The Female Students Network Trust has been in partnership with various donor organizations such as the African Women Development Fund, the Embassy of the Czech Republic, Diaconia, and the Student Academic International Help Fund, to mention but a few. The work of the Female Students Network Trust is guided by a set of thematic areas. These include policy advocacy, where the Female Students Network conducts policy advocacy programs to lobby the government ministries to ensure that institutional policies of tertiary education institutions are more gender sensitive. The network invites government ministries to its activities and has also gone as far as the Parliament of Zimbabwe to present on issues that affect female students and to lobby for sexual health policies to be a priority. Women's participation in leadership of student bodies. The Female Students Network Trust realized that female students' participation in student representative councils is low due to a number of factors, including low self-esteem. The Trust's programming ensures that male and female students participate equally and equitably in leadership of SRCs and other student bodies. The female students in tertiary education institutions are more aware of and can exercise their rights. Psychosocial support. The Trust works to ensure that needy female students in tertiary education institutions have access to psychosocial support, legal aid, and financial aid support to complete their studies through referring them to organizations that may offer such support. Media advocacy. The Trust conveys its advocacy messages through various media houses such as radio, television shows, Facebook, Twitter, blog sites, research and documentation, WhatsApp. Female students interact and share information, stories of change through these platforms so as to inspire, motivate and encourage each other. Through researching, the network gets insight on areas that need intervention, thus forming the basis female students-driven initiatives. It also does a lot of awareness campaigns. These include situational campaigns such as Stop Violence, peace marches, commemorations and conventions, where it also distributes information, education and communication materials such as t-shirts, caps, wristbands with branded messages. Expectations. To have a wider human resource base for the organization so as to balance demand versus mandate. Widespread activities which brings about effective advocacy and lobby strategies, as well as to improve the lives of female students and developing their capacities through empowerment programs. You can contact Evernice Mnandu, the Executive Director. We are at Number 26, Nigel Phillip Road in Eastleigh. Our email address is femalestudent2011@gmail.com. Thank you.